Hello and welcome to another edition of Personal Health and Fitness. I'm your host, Chad Marshik. Our program today is part of the Body Symmetry Transformation series, and this is program number 6. This is the strength training, circuit training program that we're going to demonstrate today for the entire body. Chase Sainer and Jared Washko are interns here at Body Symmetry. They're going to help me out with the program today. So again, this program is really geared, this whole Body Symmetry Transformation series is really geared for individuals that are looking to get into shape. So we're kind of halfway through our program. We've got a total of 12 shows, and this is episode number 6. So we're going to start off for the today's program with a warm-up, 3 warm-up exercises. And the first exercise is the step reach. We're going to do this for about 30 seconds. So go ahead and begin. Jared's going to demonstrate the exercises moving forward, and then Chase is always going to be demonstrating from the side view so you kind of get an idea of what the movement consists of. So what you're doing here is you're just stepping forward. You can either use dumbbells or no weight whatsoever. This is going to help lengthen our hamstrings, get a little spinal rotation through our mid-back. So you want to stride straight ahead in alignment with your hips and reach to the outside of your foot. 3, 2, 1, time. Okay, the next exercise we're going to demonstrate is a lateral reach. Ready for 30 seconds, set, go. And this is a frontal plane exercise, a lateral movement pattern. So you're simply going to step to your left and then to your right and reaching across your body with your opposite arm to the outside of the foot. This is a great exercise because it's going to help lengthen the adductor muscles, the inner thigh muscles that typically are very tight on a lot of people. Kind of get those hips ready to roll, the hip rotators. And again, a little trunk flexion involved too, your core and your back as well. 3, 2, 1, time. Good. All right, and the third and final warm-up exercise is the fence overs or the fence step overs. And we're going to do this for 30 seconds too. Ready, set, go. So you can do this a couple of different ways. The way we're demonstrating today is you're just going to step, envision having this fence you have to step over, and you're going to step over it laterally, picking each foot up. Again, this is a frontal plane exercise, a lateral movement pattern. The hips typically are very tight on a lot of people, so this is a great way to kind of get the hips ready to roll. 3, 2, 1, time. Good. Okay. So today's program, again, is a whole body strength program, and we're going to give you 3 different circuits. Each particular circuit has 4 exercises consisting of exercises that are going to stimulate the entire body. So we're going to throw a core movement in and also a cardio exercise in. So at the completion of all 4 exercises, you're going to rest for 60 seconds. Okay? And then you're going to repeat that same circuit. So the first circuit, we're going to start off with 4 exercises. The first exercise is a dumbbell squat press. The second exercise is a dumbbell one-arm snatch. The third one is what's called a Swiss ball prone skier. And the fourth and final exercise is a burpee. Now some of these exercises may be a little bit advanced for some of you, so there definitely is a learning curve. So pay attention to the mechanics that we're using on each one of these exercises. If you don't feel comfortable doing the exercises, don't do it. If you have any joint problems with your shoulders, your back, your hips, then some of these exercises may not be indicated. The load is also something that you need to consider. So I typically recommend that most people start relatively lightweight so that they master the exercise and then they can ramp it up a little bit, okay? So for the first exercise, the dumbbell squat press, we're shooting for 6 to 8 reps. So because this is part of the strength phase, we're using loads that they're relatively low in reps. We're keeping the reps anywhere primarily between 6 and 10 for most of these exercises because we want to get stronger. And that's the phase that we're working on right now, this part of our program. So, gentlemen, we're going to shoot for 6 to 8 reps for the first exercise. Again, it's the dumbbell squat press. So you guys count your own and I'll kind of talk about the exercise. And this is basically, again, a whole body exercise. So you're going to go into a squat, hold the dumbbells at your shoulder level, and then stand up and press straight up. All right? You want to make sure that you drive those hips back as you sit down. Keep your heels distributed, your body weight distributed through your heels. And then as you stand up, you're going to press the weight above your head. This is a big time abdominal exercise as well. Anytime you're trying to do a pressing movement overhead, when you're integrating that, pairing that with a squat movement. So a lot of core as well. Okay, next we're going to go into what's called the dumbbell one-arm snatch. So you need to select a weight, again, that you can handle for, we're going to shoot for 6 reps for this exercise. You can do it a couple of different ways. You can start with the dumbbell on the floor and go from the floor up, or you can do it more in what's called a hang snatch version. Chase is going to demonstrate the hang snatch version. Jared's going to actually pick it up from the floor. So we're going to shoot for 6 reps with each arm. You ready? Set, count your own, gentlemen. Okay, the snatch is, again, definitely a whole body exercise. You're going into a squat. You're going to pick the weight up. You want to make sure as you pick the weight up, if you look at Chase here, he's pulling the dumbbell vertically in front of him, all right? It's very important that you have that nice, strong vertical pull pattern in order to make sure that your trapezius muscles work properly. So the big muscles in your upper back and your shoulders. So I like to kind of envision having a pane of glass in front of me, and I don't want to bring the dumbbell out in front of me horizontally. I want to pull it vertically in front of that glass pane so I don't break the glass. It's a good way, a good visual that typically helps people kind of remember what to do. You want that horizontal swing, you want that vertical pull. So pull, drive with the elbow, generate power from the ground up with the floor. Just jam those feet in the ground and go for it. All right, third exercise. It's a Swiss ball prone skier. This is the core exercise for this first circuit. So you need a Swiss ball for this exercise, and we're going to shoot for about 6 reps to each side. So you're going to walk out onto the Swiss ball until your shins are on the ball, and then you're going to go ahead, and this is relatively difficult. You're going to perform a skier pattern. Ready? Go. So if you notice here, Jared is kind of shifting his hips to the right and the left. You can see the position of Chase's feet as they turn out, and his knees are turning out, and he's rotating. So you really want to make sure that you push up forcefully through the floor to have a good stable base. That's probably 6 each side, guys. I'm not counting, but looks like it's at least 6, all right? So it's quick, forceful. You can't do a lot of repetitions on that particular exercise because it requires a lot of, again, upper body stability in order to rotate your hips, your knees side to side to get integrate the lower abs, get the core really rolling there. All right, the fourth and final exercise here for this first circuit is the burpee. Now we're going to shoot for 8 to 10 reps here. Ready, set, go. Count your own, gentlemen. So the burpee is a good whole body exercise. You can integrate, you can actually do a push-up or just go down and kick the feet back and stand up. Either or. The push-up, adding the push-up is definitely more of a challenge. And then as you stand up, you want to jump and reach for the sky. All right, good. So now you're going to rest for 60 seconds, and we're going to repeat this same circuit. Now you can hear them panting a little bit, but that's normal. It's okay. Your heart rate's going to come down. It's going to come down faster in time as you become more fit. All right? So it's important that you integrate rest intervals into each one of these circuits so you recover fully so that you can attack those 4 exercises again. Again, this is part of the Body Symmetry Transformation Series. This is program number 6. This is still part of the strength phase. This is our third and final episode focusing on getting stronger. And we're focusing right now on the entire body. Exercises are going to stimulate your body from your toenails to your fingernails. Okay? Gentlemen, we have about 10 seconds left. So we're going to repeat this again. And again, the first exercise is the dumbbell squat press. So you're going to shoot for 6 to 8 reps. 3, 2, 1, go. Jared, why don't you turn around so they kind of get an idea of what you look like from your posterior side in terms of your hips and how they're working. So if you look at Jared, he's really driving those hips back, keeping his heels down. That's really important. Anytime you're doing any type of a squat, drive those hips back. And you're looking, each one of them is looking straight ahead. And that's really important. A lot of people, when I see squat in a gym, they're looking up a lot. Well, what's happening here is you're hyperextending your neck, like so, and that's kind of old school. It's not really a good way to do it. You want to have that nice neutral cervical spine region. Look straight ahead, straight ahead. That's definitely the way to do it now. Okay, next we're going to go into the dumbbell one-arm snatch. We're going to shoot for 6 reps. And go at your own pace. Once again, you can do this either a hang snatch style like Chase is demonstrating, or Jared is demonstrating the one-arm dumbbell snatch where he goes down on the floor, releases it, stands up, and then picks it up again. Again, this should be very explosive. You know, this, again, part of the strength series. Usually a lot of snatches and Olympic type lifts, you're doing very few reps, very low reps, because it's more of a power-based movement. But you can also increase the repetitions, slightly, where you're doing maybe the 6 to 8 range. It makes it a little bit more of a strength type movement pattern. Okay, next we're going back into the Swiss ball prone skier. So grab your Swiss ball, walk yourself out, shins on the ball. Again, 6 reps each side, set, go. Just rotating your legs from side to side. Once again, make sure that you have a nice stable base. Use those arms to really push your torso away from the body so you're stable. And then rotate those legs side to side. I hear a lot of panting going on. You're doing a great job. All right, now back to the burpee. So this is the 4th and final exercise of this circuit. So 8 to 10 reps here. You can do the push-up if you want. It makes it a little bit more challenging. Or you can just shoot the feet back as you place your hands on the floor. Either or is fine. Push-ups obviously requires a little bit more effort, a little more energy. Great. Okay, that's the end of that circuit. So we're going to rest here 60 seconds. So the next circuit we're going to demonstrate, share with you today is, again, 4 exercises. The first exercise is a dumbbell split stance lunge curl. So we're going to integrate a lunge pattern with upper body a curling exercise. A little bit different, kind of a 2-for-1 exercise. Next one exercise is a push-up with jacks, and I'll talk about that one when we get to it. Then we're going to do mountain climbers, which is more of the core for the lower abs, and finish off with squat jumps, which is really explosive. A lot of hip action, a lot of energy for this next series here. So we've got 20 seconds, so you want to make sure you find a weight that you can handle for the reps that we're going to demonstrate here. And for this first exercise, the dumbbell split stance lunge curl, we're going to do 10 reps. But the kicker here is that we're going to do 10 reps with each foot forward. So that's 20 total curls, right? And that sounds like a lot. So in terms of your biceps having to work hard, you may have to lighten the load slightly in order to complete 20 reps. Are you ready? So who's standing sideways? Who's my sideways? Chase? So down, split stance position. You're going to do 10 reps with each foot forward. So you want to get in a nice split stance lunge position. And Jared, if I want to make him work harder, I'm going to tell him to bring that knee down to the ground. Drop that right knee down almost to the floor. All right? So he's got to flex his forward leg more, which makes his hip work harder. Requires a lot more stability and strength to stabilize his body. I think Chase needs heavier weight next time. They're both doing a good job. Keep your elbows at your sides in alignment with your shoulders and your hips when you're doing any type of a curling action for the most part. Great. That was the dumbbell split stance lunge curl. Okay, now we're going to go right into the push-up with jacks. Who's my sideways demonstrator? Okay, Chase. So I tell you what, Jared, why don't you turn around kind of back towards the camera so your feet are flaring out. So you're going to go into a push-up. You notice that both Chase and Jared are in a push-up position. And they're going to shoot for 10 reps for this exercise. Ready, set, go. So they're going to do a push-up, and then they're going to come up and flare their feet out. So they're going to split their stance, kind of like if you were standing upright. and you did a jumping jack where your feet would go out, think of it that way. And they're just doing it with their feet on the floor. So a lot more core, a lot more energy required to do that exercise. And that's a push-up with jack. Okay, next, we're going to go right into the mountain climber. So if you notice, our transition time between each exercise is relatively short, maybe 10, 15 seconds max. So we want to try to keep that rhythm going, all right? Keep your heart rate elevated. You ready? Mountain climbers for 20 seconds. Set, go. So for this one, you're going to get in a push-up position, and you're just going to shoot the feet back in an alternating, like stair climbing or mountain climbing fashion. You want to try to keep the torso, for the most part, parallel to the floor. Hips can jet up a little bit. 3, 2, 1, time. That's 20 seconds. That's primarily for the lower abs. A lot of energy required for all these exercises. Both these guys are sweating like pigs. That's great. Okay. Next, we're going to go on to the squat jump, and we're going to shoot for only 5 reps. But we want to make sure that these are max effort jumps, all right? Only 5 repetitions. You ready? So you're going to jump as high as you can. You can do this a couple of different ways. Hands at your sides. You can do a prisoner style with hands behind your head. Makes it a little bit harder. But I like, if it's max out effort, get your arms into it as you jump vertically. 5 reps. Count your own. Set, go. So these guys are both very athletic, good jumpers. But again, it's max effort, max effort. If you want, you can reach towards the ceiling like Chase was demonstrating, or not, like Jared was demonstrating, just max effort jump, okay? So once you guys grab some water, we've got about 45 seconds left, and we'll hit this one more time. Your heart rate's going to elevate on all these circuits, no doubt about it. Grab some water, towel off, and then get right back to it. So we've got 30 seconds left. Make sure you check us out online. You know, we've got a great website, freefitnessvideos.com. We're approaching 700 exercise videos that we've filmed all in-house and posted online. You can go to our website and check out all these videos for free. If you want to sign up, you can actually create workouts, send them to yourself or friends. You can get them on your mobile device. It's a pretty cool website, and we've spent a ton of time and a lot of money to make it what it is. So it's really cool. All right, circuit time. Here we go. All right. Again, first exercise, dumbbell split stance lunge curl. You ready? Set, go. You're doing 10 reps with each foot forward. Now, if you want to do regular curl, you can do that. Jared's demonstrating regular curl. Chase is demonstrating hammer style. Hammer style just means like you're holding a hammer. So it's a neutral grip versus a supinated grip with your palms up. Remember, this is 10 reps with each foot forward. Make sure you keep those feet aligned with your hips. Your forward foot, the heel should be down. Trailing foot, the heel should be off the ground. These guys are starting to gasp a little bit. That's good. Okay, good. All right, next exercise. We're going to demonstrate again the push-up with jacks. Transition time's key, so 10, 12, 15 seconds. But if you need a little bit more time, if you need 20 or 30 seconds between exercises, don't worry about it. Do what you can do. As you become more fit, you're going to be able to decrease the amount of time between each movement. Ready, set, go. So we're doing 10 of these, so 10 would be, each push-up would represent 1 repetition. And then again, jack those feet out, shoot them outward. A lot of core on this one. Great, wonderful. Okay, so next exercise is the mountain climber, and this is a 20-second exercise. So you're going to get in a push-up position. Jared, why don't you turn around this time and demonstrate it from behind so they can get an idea of what your feet look like. Are you ready? 20 seconds, set, go. So shoot those feet back. Keep your butt down. Chase's butt's a little too high. Keep your head in front of your hands a little bit more. So when your head's behind your hands too much, it becomes easy. 3, 2, 1, time. That's a mountain climber. Good. I'm giving them about 10 seconds. I'm going to go into the squat jump. which is our final exercise for this circuit, for the second circuit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, squat jump, get up in the air, get up in the air. 2, max effort jump, 3. Nice, good. That's 5. All right, 60 seconds to rest. You guys need a little bit more water, grab it right now. We've got a little bit of time. We also have a great Facebook page. Go to Facebook. Everybody's on Facebook anymore, and just search Body Symmetry. We post a lot of good information there every week, sometimes daily, sometimes every other day. I've been really slamming soda lately. I put a good post on there yesterday about diet soda. A couple days before that, I had a good post on regular soda. I think we had close to 1,200 people that looked at it. So a lot of people look at that right now. If you want to learn things, and I don't pull any punches. I'm usually pretty vicious if I want to pick on something. I've been picking on soda recently, so which needs to be picked on because soda's a joke, diet or regular. Some of you are going to change the channel after I just said that, and that's okay. But I really, especially with kids, terrible. If you buy your kids soda, not a good idea. I've never had soda in my house with my kids growing up. So, and I think they're better for that. All right, third and final circuit now. We're going to go ahead and talk about, demonstrate again 4 more exercises. First exercise is the dumbbell RDL lunge complex. That's a mouthful. Then we're going to follow that with a side tri-rise for the side, triceps and the chest. Then we're going to do an exercise called a side plank with a reach through, and then finish off with a jumping jack ankle touch. So grab your weights that you can handle this for 10 reps. Again, you're going to need to experiment with how much weight you use on a lot of these exercises, and that's okay. Are you ready? So 10 reps, set, go. So what we're doing here is we're doing a Romanian deadlift for the hamstrings and the hips, and then you're going to go into a forward lunge. So when you do the RDL, you're going to look down, Jared. Look down when you go down. And maybe more of trunk flexion, not so much knee flexion. So what do I mean by that? That means slightly unlock the knees as you flex your spine forward, which is going to lengthen the hamstring, stand up, and then go into the forward lunge. So this is kind of a 2 for 1. A lot of glutes, a lot of hamstrings, because that's 10 reps. Both of you did 5 reps on each side? 5 lunges? Yeah. So if you wanted to do more, you certainly could, but that's a lot of lunges. Okay, next we're going into the side tri-rise. This is for a tricep exercise. You ready? So you're going to lie on your side, jam one hand into the ground next to your chest, and then you're going to push yourself up. Ready? Set. We're going to do 10 reps each side. Go. Count your own. Key when you do this is a P90X exercise. This is a good exercise that Tony Horton demonstrated on his popular DVD series, and this is fine. Some people have issues related to their shoulders, maybe bicep tendonitis here, that might not be indicated if you're one of those individuals that has a lot of shoulder problems. But if you don't, your shoulders are nice and healthy, it's a good exercise, a good one to do without any equipment. It really, really gets the meat of the tricep. That's the side tri-rise. Next exercise we're going to demonstrate is a side plank with a reach through. You're going to do 10 reps each side. Ready? Set. Go. So you're going to do a side plank, and then you're going to reach through, reach underneath, and then swing that arm up so that it's in alignment with your shoulder. This is a what I would call a stability exercise with some rotation. And it's also going to work the shoulder stabilizers as well, but it's a good trunk exercise. For some of you, again, many of these exercises may not be indicated. They may be too advanced. But even trying some of them and just doing it maybe a couple of repetitions with either no weight whatsoever or your body weight, that's fine. It's certainly acceptable. But in time, you'll become more fit and stronger. All right, jumping jack ankle touch, 10 reps. Ready? So this is the 4th and final exercise. Ready, set, one of you to the side. There we go, Chase. So you're going to do a jumping jack, and then you're going to go down and touch your ankles. Jumping jacks for some people are hard enough, but adding the squat is definitely much more challenging. All right. So ideally we would rest for 60 seconds, but I'm only going to give these guys about 20 seconds because we're going to go through it again. We're running out of time. We'll demo each one of these exercises once more through. And again, they're breathing pretty hard. So they're going to grab their dumbbells. You ready? First exercise, dumbbell RDL lunge complex, and you can just do 5 reps with each foot going forward. So again, when you do that Romanian deadlift, you're going to look down when you go down. As you flex your spine forward, you should be looking down at the ground, because we don't want to hyperextend our cervical spine. We talked about that when doing any type of a squat exercise. Great. All right, next, right into the side try rise as soon as you do complete 10 reps each side or 5 reps each side, either's fine. Ready? Let's just do 5 reps here instead of 10 since we don't have a ton of time left. Set, go. So you're going to push yourself all the way up. Again, the pacing here is pretty tough, but you can get through a full body workout. We just demonstrated that in 30 minutes. Right? You don't even have to go through twice. If you just wanted to go through once, take you about 15 minutes to do this workout. And for a lot of you, that would be totally acceptable and, you know, produce some great solid results. All right, next we're going to do the side plank with a reach through. 10 reps each side. For this exercise, side plank position, elbow beneath your shoulder. Really important to keep that elbow directly beneath your shoulder to provide better stability. You want a straight line between your shoulder, your hip, your knee, and your ankle. And then reach underneath like you're going to scratch your armpit, and then swing that arm up. These guys are gassed here, I can tell. All right, jumping jack ankle touch. Last exercise, and then we're finished. Ready, set, go. Jared, can you turn around real quick so they can kind of get an idea what that looks like from behind? So look what he's doing here when he does that. He does a nice job when he does the jumping jack, but he goes into the squat and drives those hips back, and that's key. Excellent, excellent, gentlemen. Good job. All right, so we just gave you a lot of information for the strength phase for the entire body, for the whole body. If you have questions about what we do here at Body Symmetry, definitely check out our website at bodysymmetry.com or feel free to call us at 793-9972. We're here to help you get fit. So thanks again for joining us on another edition of Personal Health and Fitness. Until next time, I'm your host, Chad Marshak. Hey, Quinn and Riley.